Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys don't mind smashing that like button, and we will go straight over to those charts. So yeah, Bitcoin on the 4 hour. As you can see, we're above our resistance level. Resistance level of around the 23k. I mean, where I had it drawn in was 22.8, but it is pretty much a zone, as all these levels are always pretty much zones, with 22.8 being basically the lower part of that zone. So now we have got some consolidated price action up here. We will probably add the top level of the zone, and then we'll put in a box as well. So we have got that as a frame of reference going forwards, for when we inevitably break above, and we are looking for an area of support. So yeah, we'll have that range in there. Obviously we are looking very much like a picture perfect bull flag, and that is not to say that we are going to with 100% certainty break to the upside. And in fact, my bias would be, regardless of the formation, the macro trend, and all that jazz, I would say we at some point we are going to come back and backtest 20k, and I think we will potentially stay within this range. But obviously we had a lot of momentum in this move, so we've easily got a chance of hanging around the top end for a while, maybe even on a week basis taking out 24k on a bit of a liquidity hunt before what I would guess we would get slammed back down into this zone, trade out of this zone for a bit, backtest 20k before moving on upwards. But yeah, that obviously is just a guess. It's not let me just delete this. That is not what's necessarily going to happen. That's just what I think would look good. But we'll put a projected target, because regardless of that, we do need some new upward targets basically. So yeah, we'll draw it in about there. That gives us a horizontal target of yeah, so about 26. Oh, actually, it's a bit higher than that. Can we just call it 27? Yeah, we'll just call it 27. Basically, we'll draw it in. Yeah, that'll do. So yeah, realistically, next target's around 27k. So yeah, like I said, we don't necessarily have to break up and get there straight away, but this is Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin. So one thing, well, the main lesson I've learned from Bitcoin is just to expect the unexpected. Because the unexpected often happens. So yeah, we can also extend this trend line. This trend line may still be of importance at some point. And yeah, I mean, you never know. We may trade sideways here, blast up to this trend line and 27k, and get resisted by both of them. Yeah, and then obviously potentially have a pullback, and then back test this 23k level, and then onwards and upwards. That is a likely, it's not a likely scenario. That is a possible scenario that would look fine, price action wise. So another obviously scenario to look out for. But yeah, that is pretty much, I think, enough of the crystal ball gazing. We will we're just going to keep an eye on the dollar as usual, as I keep saying. You can see we're flirting around with this 89 handle at the moment. I mean, it pretty much just looks like a breakdown and a back test at the moment, but there's obviously nothing to say that the dollar can't get back into this zone. But I feel like we've had the breakdown and the back test already quite clearly here, so I don't feel like we need to get back in the zone and back test. My bias for this would be that we've broken down and we are back testing it this level now, and we should get rejected and come back further down. But obviously anything can happen. But yeah, I'll just literally reiterate what I've been saying for a while about the dollar. Some people think the dollar it can go up, can be stronger, and there's obviously upwards and downward forces on the dollar, but I believe the biggest downward force on the dollar, and obviously this is a relative force, because obviously currencies are relative trades. The euro being the biggest component of basically what the DXY trades against, what the dollar trades against as part of the DXY basket it trades against, is the euro, and the euro, basically the eurozone can't do like UBI basically, or whatever you want to call it, but the US can. So that is just the dynamic. That is what I think is like the knockout blow for the battle between the bull and the bears for the dollar. And I think that just obviously means the dollar bears win. And that is what most of my view on this is based on, and that is clearly what is then potentially gonna drive Bitcoin, gold, silver, everything, all assets basically, to increasing highs. So yeah, that is that. So yeah, 88 handle looking like we could get down here. So it will be interesting to see. I mean, clearly we now know we're 20k plus Bitcoin. But yeah, I mean, can we get 30k? It is not too far away, based on the what has happened with this move down here, especially now. The Bitcoin price should be able to trade more freely in its price discovery range now, to the upside, now that we have absolutely blasted through that 20k level, which was clearly macro important level, a psychologically important level. It was just a massively important level, in much the same way that the $6,000 level in the 2018 bear market was a very important level. But yeah, 20k is obviously a very important level in this bull market, for us to break to the upside. So yeah, my point is that Bitcoin can now move more freely to the upside if it so chooses. So yeah, let's have a look at the Bitcoin dominance. Obviously, alt's pretty much getting wrecked. Yeah, pretty much getting wrecked. Way above this trend line here. Yeah, I mean, the descending channels are more likely to break to the downside, but obviously it broke to the upside and then accelerated to the upside, as you can see. So yeah, altcoins not having a good time of it. The main altcoin pairing here, I mean, yeah, you can pretty much see we had this tiny formation. We broke out the bottom, had an absolutely insane wick here. But we've got these levels. We have got these levels. If we can, we regain this level. If we can hold this level, and then start to push above this level, then maybe we can start to see some a bit of an alt season potentially incoming. We'll have a look at this on a larger time frame, just to look at it in a wider context. I mean, you can see the ascending channel we've got here. This is obviously macro, larger time frame, ascending channel. So if we do in fact break down from here, we've got targets obviously all the way down here, which is literally a 50% loss against Bitcoin from where Ethereum is now. Do I think that will happen? No. Can it happen? Clearly it could. But I mean, yeah, like I said, we've got to regain these levels, get back in this channel, and then we've got a shot of getting back up to here, which would basically not be far off a 2x in Bitcoin levels, in Bitcoin relative value. So obviously, I mean it is a bit of a moot point. Obviously, the dollar pairing is doing fantastic. But it is obviously just massively lagging Bitcoin. But we have broken out the ascending triangle, and we do have a targeted move of high 700s. So that is on the cards. Maybe if maybe the Satoshi pairing can start to rally and help us get to this target. Yeah, that's basically, we've got to keep an eye on that. Stocks, we'll just have a quick look at stocks. I mean, stocks obviously looking good. I mean, we broke out above, we back tested this horizontal here, bounced off that, and we're moving back up again. So yeah, stocks looking good. How's Tesla looking? Tesla looking good. How is silver looking? Silver, can we get to this $30? we do look like we are fancying a bit of upside now in silver, and why not? Why not with the dollar tanking? This is no less than we would expect, and in fact, actually, this is a lot less than I would expect. I'd expect us to have been well over $30 by now. If you look at where the DXY was on the 7th of August, if we go back to the 7th of August, 7th of August, we're looking at roughly here, not roughly, but exactly there. The dollar was so much higher than it is now. So that is testament to the JP Morgan silver market manipulators, precious metal manipulators. Well done, guys. Well done. You are doing a great job. Don't worry about those fines. You can afford them. Your shareholders will pay for them. You just keep rigging those markets. And yeah, I mean, it's not like I should really hold it against JP Morgan for rigging the silver markets. They are clearly doing it on behest of the central bank, the Federal Reserve, that basically does not want precious metals going up in a disorderly fashion, because all that does is just highlights the lack of confidence in their fiat trash coin currency. So yeah, gold as well. Gold again, obviously gold. I mean, gold basically did have a big, massive run up. So I mean, obviously silver did too, but it did have a massive run up. So this is not looking too bad as just a digestion of the move. And you can probably see we've got trend lines here, descending channel that we look to be trying to break back above. We did have a bit of a fake out here. We will just borrow these lines now. Oh no, we won't borrow and leave them on because they look nice, don't they? In fact, we'll borrow this one. So, oops. Oh no, we didn't borrow it. We've drawn a new one. So yeah, we'll have that on there, and we'll have this on here. So, yeah, gold, descending channel, potentially bullish formation, but yeah, as we know it doesn't have to be. But yeah, we have now looking like we're breaking above. So yeah, realistically a target of basically 2k again, 2k gold. So that is gold. And yeah, I mean silver's never really looked as bearish, and obviously this is reflected in the where is my gold to silver ratio? Here it is, reflected obviously in the move down here. So that is enough of all those markets. So yeah, we'll have a look at the stochastics now. Stochastics. To see how they're doing. Actually, let's just have a look at some higher time frame TDs, see if we've got anything we need to look at. Nothing coming in on the 12-hour yet. Daily in a couple of days. Could we accelerate to 27k? I mean, it sounds crazy saying that, but we certainly can. 2-day, yeah, there won't be anything really to see. Actually, I take that back. We have got a 3-day incoming in about a day and a half. You can see the last 3-day did have a reaction on price, and this will be a triple 3-day. It will be the triple 3, 3 threes. So, I mean, looking at that, looking at this, I mean, are we gonna get a pump up to about 27k? Are we? Is that the play? And then we'll trade some sideways to down, based off this 3-day 9. Interesting theory. Maybe we will. We'll definitely keep an eye on that, and nothing else really. Obviously, we've got the monthly 9 as well. So the monthly 9 to pump up to 27k. Obviously, just over halfway. Just over half. Obviously, we're half. I mean, it's the 18th. We're just over halfway through this month. Yeah, can we pump up to 20k? Can that 3-day 9 then play out to the downside? Yeah, very. I think that is a likely scenario. You can see the monthly is extended. I mean, we obviously have moved up like that. I mean, this is the monthly chart, move up like that, and then I mean, what we wouldn't want to see. I mean, this is obviously we know what this is. Maybe a bit of extreme. I mean, if you just want to kind of just look at the actual candle open and closes, yeah, it was about basically a 50% retrace of this total move to the upside. I'm not saying that this move to the upside is done. But yeah, we don't really want to talk about that, do we? We don't want to talk about a 50% retrace of this monthly move to the upside and then upwards. I mean, no one wants to look at that. No one wants to talk about it. Just nothing to see here, guys. Also, you probably want to ignore that 3-day 9 coming in as well. So what am I trying to do? This is what I'm trying to do. And let's see how the stochastics doing. Are they going to give us any indication that we can break up to that 27k target? Are they? Well, I mean, 4 hours just up there. This is fine. This is fine. Can't really read a lot into that. 10 hour is still starting to come back down. Daily, I mean, 12 hour potentially gonna start to come down, but then obviously we know everything above this. Daily looking fantastic, 2 day starting to turn back up, 3 day turning back up. Well, yeah, 5 day weekly, these are just there or thereabouts, bi-weekly back up and monthly back up. So yeah, it's a difficult read. It is a difficult read here. I mean, we've got basically macro trend and bull flag formation to get us to here. We've got the fact we're on a monthly 9 and a potential 3-day 9 coming in, which can definitely, as you guys know, the 9s can accelerate to the upside. We've got that. Well, we've just got general freely trading price discovery now. Now we're in uncharted territory over 20k. We've got that on the plus side. So yeah, we have got a lot of plus sides. We have got the fact that I don't expect many people in crypto are currently talking about a move up to 27k pretty soon. And it maybe is not an expected move, which maybe means it could happen. So yeah, interesting times after this move up. But I mean, all that being said, all I really base the back test and the range is just on how price action, just on what normal price action looks like. I mean, you can kind of see the steady increase relatively that we've had for us to then blast up again and just go parabolic here. Like while obviously for the reasons I've said is completely possible, it just would look more orderly to trade here back test, even if we don't spend long down here in this range and then break up and blast up. But it just would look more orderly to do this. So, and I mean, it's gonna take a brave man to FOMO in Bitcoin at these levels now. If you're not already long and you're like a no coiner, don't forget the no coiners. We're currently not in the best financial times at the moment, so they maybe don't have the spare cash to basically go onto Coinbase and market buy Bitcoin like they were doing in 2017. Yeah, we've got that dynamic. Obviously, we've got US stimulus checks coming in, allegedly. So that could obviously give more upside. But I feel that would give more upside to altcoins, because we just know that those they're the Wall Street bet degens, and they ain't going to be interested in Bitcoin as opposed to some higher risk altcoins. So yeah, that dynamic, yeah, lots of interesting dynamics at play. So yeah, very interesting times ahead, very interesting times. So yeah, that is it, guys. Remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys later on today.